My name's Pricila Delatorre.
And my name is Jordan Hemp,
And you're listening to Off the Market Confessions,
where we talk about real stories, real estate, and real life. We are back with Off the Market Confessions. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan, and this is Pricila. And we are joined by one of our best friends, Sarah Mosier, for part 2 of Would You Rather. But before we get started, I want to thank you for being back because the first time wasn't that miserable. No, Sarah.
What?
I'm thanking you for coming back.
No, I'm just so happy that Pricila's back too.
But we are super glad to have you back too. Yes. Was your vacation good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need another one?
Yeah, it was good. I feel like I do because it was with family. I feel like I need a vacation from the vacation. I just want to sit on a beach and drink mimosas all day. And, I was still working, which is good.
Yeah.
Shout out to my clients. But, it's cool.
Nice. Well, and we also just received some really good news that Pricila capped in our company. So that's awesome. When was your reset?
It's March.
Ooh, you've got a long time to reap the benefits. Yeah.
I worked really hard.
Just a reminder of what capping means. Capping is when you've paid in the amount that you owe to the company every year. So we all owe the same amount to the company, and you paid that from March till now. That means you're rocking it in real estate. So that's good.
Our cap's about ready to roll over here soon.
I know.
Oh, really? Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah. Yep. July 1st it resets for us.
To celebrate that anniversary date together.
Yeah.
But
But that's okay. I kept fairly quick last year.
Yeah.
So
that's good. I'm really excited to be here because I watched the episode and I was like, they're so funny. I want to have fun with them. So thanks for coming back.
yes.
Yeah.
So I was going to share not really a real confession, but I thought there was something that was kind of funny that happened over the weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend. So we're filming real time, right? But I had my dog camping and my family discovered that my dog Finn has been trained to know what the words Taco Bell means because we have,
That's so cute.
I feel guilty for even saying this, but we have had a lot of takeout at past. And so when we would get Taco Bell, we would say to each other, oh, should we get Taco Bell for dinner tonight? And Finn eventually learned what that was because we would take him for a ride in the car to Taco Bell or to McDonald's, and he'd usually get some chips or a French fry or something as a treat. Yeah.
So
But
cute.
now we discovered over the weekend that when you place an order on Taco Bell, it makes the ding, the Taco Bell noise when you place the order. And so we tested it out and we just played the bell noise. And sure enough, Finn he gets his ears all perky and tilts his head
Aw.
and he runs to the door and he's whining and he's just from the bell noise.
Oh, that's so cute.
I thought that was really funny. I should
He
take a video of it to put
He
on.
probably knew.
Yeah.
And then you didn't
Yeah.
take him. It's so sad.
Poor
Jordan.
I just thought that was I know, he was so confused because we were camping already. I was like, well, we should at least take him for a walk or something. There's no Taco Bell around here. We're camping. There's no Taco Bell nearby. But yeah, it was fun. So easy cute talk. But anyways, do we want to get started with some Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys start.
Okay.
guys start.
Why don't we ask Pricila a Would You Rather question first?
Yeah. Yes, let's do it. I'm like, okay. I have a good one to ask myself.
You tell us. You tell us.
This says, would you rather have every listing photo include you accidentally in a mirror or every video tour you have your stomach growling? Probably
It would totally be the first one.
the photo.
Yeah.
Me in my mirror selling. Yeah, I would
You
be like, I
just
post
own it. You own it.
I do. So for sure, I would rather be in every photo. Probably throwing a sign.
Okay, here's a good one for you.
Okay.
Would you rather only use headshots from 10 years ago or never use professional photos again? I know you don't have headshots
my
from 10 years ago,
gosh.
but let's imagine that you did.
10 years ago, what are we in? 2016?
2016.
Oh, I was ugly back then.
No,
I want to see now.
It's not my. I really had my glow up last year. No, I'm just kidding.
You look the same as when you started.
I did. I have one. That's why I'm saying
I've seen it.
2016. I wasn't in high school anymore, but I must have been crazy. Shoot. Yeah, I probably did the headshots though, because professional photos, I feel like I need those.
Have you seen my headshots from when I started in real
You look
estate.
like a little baby.
I looked like I was a teenager
You do.
too.
But
I
and
was
I
so
Like you were
slim.
like 18 or something.
Yeah.
I do
They were
remember
good looking
that.
headshots. I was
I remember
definitely.
that.
a
But you
good
know
looking
what?
but
Okay, this is year 5 for me, and my first year when I had my blonde hair, I did take a headshot that I took in my living room, and my headshot that I currently use is like probably 2022,
You've had this one for a
and
while.
I've had it forever. My hair is much longer now, and yeah, and it was also taken in my bedroom. I wasn't professional.
But I feel like you still look
Mhm.
pretty
Do I look the
similar.
same?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you haven't changed. You look a lot.
Oh,
So
good.
Have you ever seen a picture of a realtor with the face of real life?
Yeah,
Picture?
multiple.
yes.
All the-
Well, okay, so now
multiple of this
now
Exactly. I know. It's like change your
a
headshot.
lot of realtors are using the AI headshots, and I'm like, what a letdown for clients when they see you in person.
I
They're like,
know.
It's a
oh.
little airbrush.
You know what's funny? That I
Yeah.
always think like so even some of the photos I post now, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I'm a catfish.
No, you're not.
I am a
Nuh-uh.
catfish. Kind of.
The catfishes are like the ones that are the AI generate ones that I've been
That's
seeing more lately because
Yeah.
they do not represent the person.
Yeah.
I-
It's almost like weird. It's almost like awkward. to me to
Yeah,
say
it's like, oh, that's you're this person?
it. Mhm.
Would have never known.
That's so funny. Okay. Would you rather be stuck in an elevator with 10 lenders or 10 realtors fighting your leads?
Oh, flickers.
oh. Shit, I can't even name
The
something.
elders. Yeah, they're still around.
Why only? Yeah.
The good ones. Yeah. I would go. The flickers.
Name them.
I to talk as much as I can, but I would be stuck in there with them. That'd be fine. Realtors never stop. At
That's
least lenders, they talk about, the
If I
living
was
side.
if I was in an elevator with 10 realtors fighting over a lead, it better be a damn good lead.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
not
going to
gonna
be a little small lead. I'd be like, you guys can have
in
it.
the millies for show.
For sure. Yeah. And that'd be really good. Would you rather have a condition check arrive 6 months late or have to redo all the paperwork 3 times?
Oh,
We talked about this.
We
already.
did. We did
I
say
wanna
this
know
one.
your
But
take on
yeah,
this.
I'm curious. Because
6 months late.
yeah,
Or-
or you have to redo all the paperwork 3 times in order to get it.
I probably would say 6 months late.
Same
Because
here.
if I'm honest,
Mhm.
sometimes my file, well, now it's much better now that I have my boy Jeff. Shout out to Jeff, he's amazing. But now that I have him, before that, it would take me a couple of weeks to get my checks because I wouldn't get everything approved on time.
Yeah.
And it's mainly just because I'm busy, and I hate doing that kind of stuff. But it's just I don't have I think I have
I feel like I
It's just
definitely
fun. Yeah.
I feel like I both have the
Mhm.
same kind of procrastination.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of busy stuff to do.
Mhm.
But I will get the paperwork done.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm being honest, there was one I closed in December where I think there was like a refund that was given to me for like $5,000, and it sat in my mailbox for like months. And then one day I checked my mailbox, and I was like, huh, a check? I was like, what did I close? I closed it recently, and I checked it was $5,000, and I was like, oh my god! And I was like, oh wait, this is my money. Oh, cool. So anyway, it'd probably just be a surprise because I'd forget about
There
it.
was one time
Yeah.
I forgot to deposit a check once too.
Mhm.
And I think it was a reimbursement check from Keller Williams. Like it was $800. I think
Yeah.
something like that. I can't remember, but I didn't cash it.
Mhm.
And I would somehow put it in my drawer of checks where like all those ones have been
Yeah.
cashed. And I got a notification stating that like it was from like a bank or something. It's
Mhm.
like, we have a check issued to you that hasn't been deposited and it'll expire in 30 days.
I
Yeah.
just had that.
I was like, what? And so I had to go looking for this check. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? I finally found it. And sure enough, I wrote my name on it. I signed it and never deposited it.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
I just
forgot
got
about that money.
and I think it was a check that I sent out to somebody for like $80 or something, and they never cashed it. And they're like, "Do you want us to give you your money back or send it to them?" I'm like, "Give me my fucking money.
Yeah.
What do you think? Give my money back."
Just get that money back.
I mean, I still haven't filled it out. I should do that because I'm gonna.
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah. I just came up with one for Sarah off the top of my head that I think would be good.
Okay, what is it?
Would you rather have to show every single home with your kids present or show it to clients who have 4 kids every time?
Well, they would be
Would they drag you nuts?
Maybe
I'm sorry.
Taylor's been my road.
I knew.
I will forward. Like that. It's like grafted. He doesn't want to sit still. He'd probably beg him to leave.
I can
Leave.
imagine.
Or like text me to leave.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I have I've had a lot of clients over the years. I love kids. They have brought the kids with them. I do not mind their kids whatsoever, but I have had kids that were not being watched. And they got into like the shelved Lego collection and like took apart the Legos within a second. And then it gets better, and then they went and found like a fresh bowl of apples and took bites out of the apples. Like, and then the parents were like, for the apples that they ate, just leave the money in the counter. Like, sure. Like, I'm gonna have to explain to the selling agent that these kids like just took these Lego sets.
Oh my god! And those are hard to like.
Yes,
dude.
and we're like,
Those
are like collectors.
Yeah, like on a pretty shelf. They like got up on the shelf, took them down, and like took them all apart. I was like,
oh no.
I have a good one, but this actually happened to me. So it's not really a would you rather.
we're just telling.
Make it end.
Would you rather not have any showings, or when you do have showings on your listing, you have to go pick up the dog that's like 80 pounds? Dog like this big.
Every showing,
and their daughter.
Daughter, what?
Of the sub.
What?
I remember when you had to do that. I remember that story.
It is real. There's a house that I had listed. This is family too on my husband's side. So
your niece. You had to pick up your niece.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Well, it's his aunt. So
maybe like a cousin.
Like a cousin, yeah. His cousin. And every showing that we had, they have this giant bulldog. I think it's a bulldog. It's whatever Nora has.
It's a bulldog.
It's a bulldog, yeah. Big.
Yeah.
His name's Blue, or her name's Blue. Big. I'm saying, like, I know I'm a big girl. It's a big dog. Yeah, it didn't make me feel like I was small. But anyway, he wasn't that big, or she wasn't that big. Whatever. So I would have to go pick up the dog. Mind you, when I got there, the dog would take off. So I had to chase the dog. And if the dog ran too much, the dog would throw up. Because he's all so I would have to go chase and break it down around. And then I'd have to get her daughter in my car too. And then we would just go and park and people go see it because I didn't want to like take them like to my house. It's weird. Yeah, that happened a few times. And then eventually it didn't sell because other reasons. But we took it off the market. I did that for nothing.
We do.
Oh my god. Well, I sold my brother's house. It was in Zilla, and they had 2 cats at the time. But he had a roommate. One of our best friends was living with him, and he had a cat too. So 3 cats. So every showing, I would go down there, and I'd take all 3 cats into my car, and one of them peed on the floor in the back of my car, which had carpet. It was my old Jeep that I used to drive, and it wasn't a lot. It was a little bit, but they had no litter box on the car, so I was like, but it wasn't. I was able to get it out, but I do remember that. Yeah, it was a lot of work.
I had a seller once. I was like, "Will you take the cat box outside during the open house and bring it back into the open house?" It was like, I really would prefer not to. You know, I did that. These are the things that we.
I haven't not doing it. This is also a story.
I'm gonna watch about
it. Would you rather? It's not really a would you rather though.
Yeah,
I just want to tell you what happened.
Tell it.
So this is when I was brand new in real estate. When there was an agent that worked here, she was new too. I can't remember. Maybe Jamie, her name, not Jamie Doll, a different Jamie.
Yes, Jamie Doll.
Yeah.
No, it was her though. It was somebody else, but they wanted me to come see the class because it was going to be one of my first open houses. I remember because I did the open house with Taylor, and I think his wife or his girlfriend brought. I don't know. She brought us cookies and we like had that there, whatever. But anyway, when I went to go preview this house, they had this dog, and as soon as I walked in, all of my butt, like, smell. You know how sometimes I was like, what the? I'm new to real estate. She's like, oh, okay, they don't bite, and I said, can you get them out of my?
Smelling?
Yeah, It was really
hate
awkward
that.
for me.
Dogs
I
did it
don't have
to,
big dogs like that. So
yeah.
I was like, what the dog is happening?
One time I had a listing where it was a good friend of mine, and she had a cool dog, and she had me put it in the cage when the show was over, and it usually dogs like me, but it didn't like me. So I put it in the cage, but then I couldn't pull it out of the cage when it's done, and I had to like take the cage like dump it upside down to get it out. I feel like what's up, you doing? She was like,
Dogs, I don't think in any way help a house sell. In no way do dogs ever help a home sell.
And I
Mean
think,
dogs or dog,
yeah,
a lot of dog hair,
yeah.
or even
the
super
smell.
friendly dogs or the smell. Yeah,
Yeah.
even the super friendly ones. It's like such a distraction to like trying to show a
Yeah.
house,
I kind of like
especially if
seeing
you're all up in your business.
Yeah, and they're cute. Like I like dogs, and now I also like cats. I used to not really care for cats, but when I was cute,
I saw that
cat that was like, oh, that's so
because
cute.
that was relatives. God, or just
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, it was my sister's cat. He was so cute. His name's Zuka, and he's so tiny, but his name's Hookah. That's like a big baby, well, baby cat. He's so cute. So anyway, now I like cats. Yeah.
I've always liked cats. Yeah. What about you, Drew? Like, you know, four cats.
Three
Okay.
cats.
So
Yeah,
I
Would you have? Did we ever tell him the story about your cat, or is that not?
about my cat.
about your cat losing some of its brain cells. And
Nico? Oh, no. Nico is our orange cat. He's really, really sweet and mellow. But when he was a kitten, we got Nico from San's sister,
Mhm.
and they rescued him. They lived in Wapato. We call him the res cat.
I believe that.
I
Listen,
don't know
if
if I
you've
should,
never
I should probably cut that part out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I should say that.
we should talk about the dogs out there too.
yeah, Cammy's gotten a dog from there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Wapato is like actually pretty rough for
Yeah. I'm
strays.
like White Swan is worse.
Yeah.
White Swan with the strays. I went
sure.
to go show a house out there, and in the middle of nowhere. First of all, this road, it's like crazy in the middle of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, there's like 10 dogs, and they're just
Yeah.
following like they don't. We're like, what's
Yeah.
happening here? That's crazy.
Well, anyways, we got Nico from San's sister, and she rescued him in Wapato. He just showed up outside their house. He was a little baby kitten, and they were keeping him for a little bit, and they were moving. I think they were moving a couch or something, and she stepped on his head, and it made him like instantly like kind of like
Like spaz out.
twitch and spaz, and he pooped, and he just like perked his head up, and he had a little bit of blood in his mouth, and he just kept going, just moving around like nothing happened. But they think he like had a small seizure or something from it, and he survived, and he's normal. He's really sweet, but maybe
He's too sweet. Too
he might have a couple of brain cells that have been.
He's too sweet. Yeah, when I went to your house out before the concert, he was like all up my face. And I was like, I just have some good energy because
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I think you do, but yeah,
Yeah. That's so
that's
cute.
really sad. But it's fine.
I would
Better
have
than
freaked
it.
out. I would have cried.
It's
I
giving him
know.
a very
that,
sweet
but
sure.
he was okay. He lived through it.
Yeah.
So,
Probably be alive.
anyways, back to some would you rather's. Priscilla, would you rather close 100 deals with difficult clients or 10 deals with perfect clients?
What does perfect mean?
Like, as
They do.
that's the easiest deals ever. Like, you hardly have to do any work on them, and they're really nice, sweet, and they just love you no matter what. And maybe you work with a good realtor on the other side too. So it's just like the most flawless transaction.
They just look at the front.
It's kind of that.
You
But
want
you
to
could
go
have
back?
100 deals with really
How much are the
difficult-
houses? Just kidding.
I don't know.
I would probably do the 10.
10
The 10, yeah.
perfect deals.
10 perfect deals. Because I don't like to be treated like mean. I don't like people to be mean to me. And
Big and
sometimes
hard.
I think that it's not worth it.
Right.
You know? Like if I have only had maybe like in my 5 years, maybe like 2 poor experiences. One of them was really bad because the guy cussed me out. And then the other one, he wasn't mean to me, but just he was very like a ChatGPT lawyer, you know, let's calm down. So I didn't really like that. He wasn't rude to me, but he was trying to be a
This
certain
wasn't
way
that
to
long
the
ago.
yeah, he was trying to be a certain way to the other party. And even if it's not to me, it's like you're making this difficult for no reason.
That's fucked up, yeah.
And I don't really experience that, but I think it's because a lot of my people I know them or I heard they know through social media or something. So for the most part, they kind of already know what they're dealing with. So I think I would do the 10 because I don't want difficult people.
I know it's a hard.
And it's hard. It's hard though because what if they're like, no, is that all I sell? That means I don't sell anymore. Also, like, can I do 100? I don't know.
Well, maybe not with your current like
Like,
structure,
right.
like, with some assistance. Yeah.
Would you rather have every closing delayed 1 week or every inspection that reveals something horrifying?
Delayed. Oh, oh man.
Where's that question at?
Would you rather have every closing delayed 1 week or every inspection reveal something horrifying?
I would say close 1 week late every
Yeah.
time. I hate bad inspections.
Me too.
Me too.
Me
It's worse.
Me too.
Yeah.
Deal killers.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
work our best to try to like keep the transaction together, but
Mhm.
there's some times where you have to obviously say, you guys, this isn't a good property for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you're gonna take
I'm
off.
glad that we're all like really
Yeah.
honest though. Like
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
we're all three of us are very like we're just good agents too, where like if there's something huge, we're not afraid to be like, you know what, this is totally not a good move. Like you probably shouldn't buy this house.
I remember
Yeah.
calling Campy, our designated broker up, and then I called the bug house. So it was this horrifying walk cellar bug infestation that you could have ever imagined, like coming through the ceiling, coming through like all orifices of the attic of this house. It was disgusting. It was almost like a horror movie. I remember calling Cammy and being like, "Can I tell my buyers to just not buy this house?" And she's like, "Absolutely, Sarah." Yeah, I did.
There was a guy that I had to tell, you know, older, like Hispanic male, and I think he had to have been like in his 60s and he wanted to buy this house. It was, I think, like maybe 200 or less. But there was so many issues and there was so many things that I could tell that they did DIY. The floors were literally like super wavy. There was just so much. And then there was like an upstairs, like almost like an ADU upstairs, like another unit that somebody else lived up there. But we walked through it and I told him, I said, I don't think you should buy this house because I can bet in like a year or two you're gonna have issues and I don't know like if you can afford them. I don't know if you can like you can fix them yourself.
Right.
So anyway, he didn't buy the house. But
Another thing
it-
about this house was that the person selling it was related to the seller, and they were fairly new in real estate and didn't disclose that. So I had to call the other agent and just be like, just give them a heads up, like, look, I know so was your aunt, and you like have to disclose.
Yeah.
A lot
You're
of people
related.
forget.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What's next?
Would you rather a family reunion be in Vegas every single year? Or would you rather it be
Like moving
different
around?
places? Yeah.
Oh man.
I kind of like it moving around.
Yeah. Me too.
Vegas is fun, but I've had enough Vegas. I want to explore some other places. It gives me a good opportunity to be able to do that. So
Mhm.
I liked Atlanta, even though I felt like the
It was more
the
chill.
life of Vegas is like a lot more fun,
Yeah.
right? Like you
But-
walk out and
But
you're
it's not
on
I
strip.
think it's not appropriate for what we're there for.
Yes.
It's too much. Like
It is a
Vegas
lot.
to like party, not to like go.
But it
learn.
was, I mean,
It's so fun.
it was worth it.
Mhm.
But like we've been there, done that now.
Mhm.
So
2
let's
times in a
let's
row.
figure out some other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked Mega Camp in Austin. That was
Mhm.
super fun. Austin is amazing. If we ever have the chance, we
Yeah,
should
we
because
should.
it was.
Yeah.
It's kind of in a sense like there's so much to do downtown in
Mhm.
Austin, kind of like Vegas, just not
Yeah.
like gambling and all that and casinos.
Yeah.
But there's just so much to do there, and they have the scooters on the streets you can ride and all
That's
that too.
cool.
It's a lot of
I
fun.
rode one of those in Atlanta and it was so scary. Everything was like
Bumpy.
it was so scary.
You know what though? I think it'd be really fun if they had our family reunion in Nashville. That would be
Yeah.
so
fun.
fun.
For
It's
sure.
kind of like
Yeah.
it's like the Vegas of the South in some ways.
Yeah, yeah.
They should do it in Orlando again.
That would be
I
fun.
hope they do that.
For my
That was my very first one.
Well, so I heard that they did 1 year in Hawaii, and I
Mhm.
would love that if they do it again, but it's quite expensive and hard to get that many people
I would still
to
go
the
though.
islands. But oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
I
gosh,
think that's why
so worth
Vegas
it. I
was
would
good.
I would actually stay there for an extra week.
Me
For
too.
sure.
Would.
Me
For
too.
sure.
I would use it as a vacation
Yeah.
for sure. I don't even know if I'll
So-
go to class.
He mentioned scooters,
Mhm.
and this is the perfect question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather only drive clients to showings in a golf cart, or you all have your own individual pink electric scooter.
A golf cart.
Golf cart?
Pink golf cart at this point.
Yeah. You're
Golf
riding a scooter like that.
golf carts are so fun.
They are.
They're so
Especially
fun.
like imagine the ones that
Yes. And
Yes.
just
And-
a golf cart.
Can you get a DUI on the golf?
Yes, yeah.
Probably.
Right?
It's a motorized vehicle, probably.
That's
Well, it
true.
technically isn't a motor, but I mean, it was like a
It's
car.
anything.
I
You can get
love-
a DUI on a horse.
So in Utah, can you really?
That's
But you're not driving.
They
You're
just-
like,
You can get a DUI on a bicycle too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
Why do I know this? It's because somebody told me a story about West Valley Tavern and getting a DUI on
what is that?
Oh,
Well,
gosh.
that person's name?
Crazy.
Where I was staying in Utah, so it's like a little. There's a golf course on the neighborhood because I was staying in like a, I don't know. It's like kinda, yeah. I mean, it was like there. I just have a lake as the backyard.
I
so
know.
but honestly, the Airbnb for what I paid for it, I paid a lot of money. I don't. It wasn't as great as I thought. Like just aesthetically, there's a lot of things like. Yes, 100%. I should have looked at the ugly ass deck because that was ugly. I'm sorry. But if you're paying, I'll tell you guys off camera I'm gonna pay, but dang, that's a lot of money. And I don't know, I don't think she'll watch this, but the person that actually owns the Airbnb, she's a realtor in Salt Lake, which is crazy. I was like, oh, interesting. But anyway, yeah, no, please take care of that deck. It's so ugly. I couldn't even take a cute picture because it was so ugly.
Remember that in Olympia, the tiny house?
We did stay in a tiny
Like,
house.
My dog was like this.
I had a whole king size bed myself upstairs, and she slept on the couch. I did offer it, yeah.
I'm gonna sleep all 3
I
weeks.
slept good. I actually like that one Airbnb.
I love staying at
your
Airbnb. They're so fun.
They had a car charger there, which was good
It
for my
was
car.
nice,
so
yeah. But then we could figure out how to work Jordan's car.
It was. I only had it for a week, so we are like totally
Yeah.
testing it out. But
It was so fun.
yeah,
Okay, should we do another would you rather?
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Let me see. Would you rather leave every listing bathroom painted bright red or every kitchen have carpet?
Every listed bathroom painted bright red, or every kitchen
Carpet.
of your listings have carpet.
Can I
Those
say
are all bad.
all bad things? One thing I've read too, well, everything, you guys know that, but I'm like not fond of this is the carpet, the shag carpet in the bathroom.
That's
Yeah.
It's like,
disgusting.
what if you probably throw up on it?
Ew.
I have 2 bathrooms in my house that have carpet in half of the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
So it's not there's no carpet in front of the toilet or the tub, but there is in front of the vanity where the
Mhm.
sink is, and it's weird. Eventually, that will go. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little weird.
It is a little weird. So
I think I would
you do?
prefer a red bathroom.
Red bathroom.
Yeah.
You can decorate it, like make it.
Just embrace it.
Yeah.
But you can't ever really
But you
embrace
can't
carpet in the
embrace-
kitchen.
Carpet in the kitchen. That's gross.
Yeah, you could
That's
sell
weird.
things. You know, as you're cooking. I wouldn't know I don't cook, but all sorts of stuff. You know what
I think it's you ever go into houses like we still see these houses like there's always going to be these like vintage houses where you go into the bathroom and they have like this giant tub
Jacuzzi tub.
with carpet up around the tub, like a jacuzzi tub with
Mhm.
steps up that are carpeted.
Right. And then mirrors everywhere.
Yeah,
Just like so many.
yeah.
I did like a video on one of my socials where it's like just as a shag carpet, like mirrors to mirrors to mirrors, and the jacuzzi tub.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Why would they do that? They just,
I
like,
just
you
showed
like
one of those
mirror on
not
the
long
ceiling.
ago on 46th Avenue, actually, also Summit View. There's a house that had like the carpeted steps up with these
We showed the same
mirrors
one.
all around.
I feel like
Kind
I
of a
saw
pool,
that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
it had a pool and it had
Brick
like a
house.
blue. It had blue carpet in the
Through the
living room
whole-
all
yes.
throughout.
Yeah, it's
That's-
actually a nice house.
It was, but I get all that's the one that I
Some
did the
parts are
video
dated.
of, and everyone was like, "That's such a funky house," and it has really good bones though.
It could be beautiful.
It's really cool.
And it wouldn't take much. Yeah.
Hmm,
We're talking about the same house.
that's funny. Would you rather walk into a showing that smelled really bad and there's rats everywhere on the floor, or would you rather not?
Did you make it yourself?
No, it just happened to me. there was
mice all over the place.
there was a family. I don't know why this family. I showed them 3 houses the same day. All 3 houses had mice in them, literally just dead right there. The same family. All 3 houses. Isn't that
It's a
weird?
bad omen.
Why is it that weird? At least they
So,
never ended up buying a house. They never ended up finding
Oh,
a
wow.
house.
why?
Isn't that crazy
Yeah.
though? Like, that's disgusting, first of all, and
Is there, was it the price range you're shopping in? Was that part of the problem?
I mean, maybe the price range, but I think they would pick really rough houses, but one of them, I'm like, it wasn't even that bad, but there was mice, like, there was one in the kitchen, one over here, one in the and I was like, "Damn."
Have you ever had
Mhm.
like I've like mouse droppings everywhere, and then you tell the listing agent, "Yo, there's mouse droppings everywhere. They might have a mouse problem." And then they're like, "No, we don't." And you go back and show it a second time. There's even more mouse
Oh,
droppings.
God. And I'm like,
Well, I haven't had it like that, but you notice. Sometimes you
Oh, yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually just I have a listing that's under contract and they did their home inspection yesterday and they called me afterwards and like sometimes like if it's something that's really hazardous
Mhm.
at a listing, you want to let the listing agent know right
Right.
away. Just be like, hey,
Right.
we just
Right.
discovered this. This could start a fire any moment
Right.
or whatever. So apparently the inspector opened the electrical panel at my listing in the shop. And in the shop is like an older shop,
Yeah.
not like completely sealed or
Mhm.
super fancy by any means. He took the cover off the panel and there were baby mice in their nest actively being fried
Oh
by
my
the
God.
as he opened it, and the mama had escaped somehow, but these mice were cooked. And she was like, "I just had to let you
Yeah.
know."
I
Put them on a skewer and
What's
go.
your left? Nice.
No, but he turned it off, and they told me they said, "We turned off all the power to the shop. That's gotta be, like, cleaned out," because they were,
so
like, gonna start smoking.
What in the Hansa virus? That's crazy.
Yeah, so we're
Oh,
getting
that's
that
so
taken
sad
care of.
for mice.
Yeah.
Not that I like mice, but it's so sad that that's how you
I know, I
die.
kinda wish the mom would've fried with him because now she
Yeah.
has to live knowing her babies are dead.
She
What
don't
if
care.
she's
Mama
Shut
mice.
the- Oh, gosh.
Did she commit suicide? Or wait,
She murdered her
did she
babies.
murder her babies?
She knew what she was doing.
She might have.
Might have.
She might have just been like, "That's good."
That should be a clip.
We should put our
Did she
tinfoil
murder?
hats on. Did she actually murder her? Yes. Who will
I
know?
know.
I have a question for you. Would you rather accidentally schedule 2 showings at the same time or completely forget about a listing appointment that you had set with a seller?
I've probably done both. Would I rather? I would probably. Oh my gosh! So I'm gonna miss their way, right?
Right.
Shit.
You're gonna miss.
Probably the 2 showings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's better to get one than none at all.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
it's better to get one than none. I've done that before. Sometimes I do it on purpose. I know that I'm doing it,
What?
and then I'll.
What's your strategy here?
Yeah, I want to know why. I hate
Is this you like
Self-sabotaging, and then I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Can we move it to this time?" And then they move.
they're very
Somebody.
I have done
Not that I do that every time, guys, but it's happened to me
Yeah.
because I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, did I have a 4:30?" And then I'll be like, "No, I don't think I did. Whatever, I'll just schedule it at 4:30." And then I look and I'm like, "Oh shit, I did have 4:30." It happens to me when I'm like really, really busy and self-sabotaging.
I have to remind myself.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the devil works themselves, but
It
I haven't in a
happens.
long time. I'm getting better at using my calendar.
I'm like, me too. As nothing was in my calendar today and I have a full day.
Same here. I was reminded. That's what Molly's for.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a good one. Sarah, this one's for you.
Okay.
Would you rather have your buyer cry during every showing or your seller cry during every showing? Wait, what?
So just a lot of crying.
Yeah. Which one?
You want your buyer to your seller to cry? Who do you want to cry?
Oh, well, I like to cry too. So we can just all cry together in a group, crying.
I feel like you probably have been there and done
Yes,
that.
just recently over it's just people. We work in a job that's filled with emotion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, high emotions, low emotions. Sometimes I've had clients too where I've been like, I have no idea how to gauge you. I don't know what you're thinking.
Mhm.
But just recently, I have a cabin listing, and I'm gonna put it back on, you guys. And my seller, she's so attached to it that she doesn't want to let it go, and she has teared up and cried because
Yeah.
she just really loves it. She loves it
cabin?
so much. Yeah, and
Then maybe she should
it's
sell it.
she really wants to because it will clear off all of her debt, so she
Oh.
doesn't have any remaining debt, and she's debt free, which is amazing.
Mhm.
But I mean, I've seen too. It's real. recently by a seller, and,
Okay,
and it's hard.
I'm a big believer in like what's meant to
Yeah,
happen.
well, right,
And if something doesn't work out, it's because it's not supposed to work out.
right.
Do you guys believe in that?
I do believe in that. I believe in that. I tell my clients that too. If you know you did everything you could and you tried your absolute best and you put your best foot forward, you know at the end of the day that you did give it your all. And if you didn't get it, that's the way that the cookie crumbles. It wasn't meant
So
for
maybe
you.
there's something bigger,
Right.
like maybe there's something bigger for her or something else, or there's a different buyer that's meant.
Right. And I think sometimes we can't do this with our sellers where they can pick whoever the buyer is.
Right.
Sometimes they really want to know the buyer's
Right.
why they like the property because they want it to go to the right person. It's gonna be who else is gonna cherish it
Yeah.
the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, that's a hard one. Crying in real estate happens all the time. Just like, you heard like there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in real estate. There is crying. Really crying.
Okay, when you guys cry, have you ever cried, Jeremy?
Yeah, but
Oh my
not
God!
about real estate.
No,
Not about
no,
real estate.
no.
But
You
I mean,
have
I've
a heart.
cried before.
Sarah, when you've cried about real estate, why has it been?
It's been because I just felt like
I love that.
it just but it's like I've done it recently. So it's like I gave it like I care so much about the people I work with. This is my community. At the end of the day, sometimes I cry out of frustration because I'm just like it's not because I'm mad about it. I'm just like it's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
And I also am very empathetic towards people. And sometimes things just don't go the way that you want, or you deal with debt and profession or you deal with divorce, separation, and or they have to sell because they're upside down in the house, and it's a lot.
Mainly, I think I've only ever cried because I'm hungry.
Poor Pricila. I thought that's so crazy to myself.
Because I didn't cry yesterday, but yesterday was such a bad day. One, I almost hit a curl like 3 times because they were going too slow when they were turning and I was going too fast. Okay. I shouldn't have been following too close, whatever. 3 times that happened, okay, throughout the day, multiple times. I was already annoyed. And then I was so hungry. It was like 2:30 and I still hadn't ate. And I still had to go try to pick up this stupid lockbox that's locked on this house that I closed weeks ago. I've gone 5 times, and I feel like the agent probably thinks I'm lying, like you're not going, but it doesn't come off. And I even like resetted my app. I did all this stuff. It does not work. So at this point, I think I have to like go and like change their locks. That's a whole
I
other
have
thing.
no idea. What you're
Yeah. So that I went. It still didn't work. I was pissed, and then I was still hungry. I still hadn't had anything to eat, and then finally I went to their. And I was like, I did want a burger, but I also did want chicken strips. So I got cheese. I didn't tell them no pickle, or did I? I did tell them no pickle, no onions. And then guess what? There was my fucking burger. There was pickles and there was fucking mustard. And I was like, oh, I took out the pickles, whatever. And then I was like, the mustard should be fine, no big deal. I took a bite, and it might as well have been, do you want a burger with your mustard? Because it was so much fucking mustard. I was so upset. I was so pissed because I was so hungry.
A rough day.
I was so hungry. So then I went to go pick up my niece. I took her back home, and then I was heading home. I almost hit a car again, and I was like, you know what? I'm done for the day.
Time to
I
call it a day.
went home literally after like 4 o'clock. I did not leave my house. Actually, I did go to dinner with her, but
Nice.
besides that, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this because I'm so pissed right now. Fuck this place. Anyways, that was
like nobody else like
but
do all these tours or like some of the things that we have to do too.
yeah. Oh, wait. The cherry on top is that my 8th app listing, the buyers, I'm representing the seller, the buyers backed out yesterday. We've been pending for weeks, right? And they have 2 days to do their inspection. Well, that 10-day period was over Saturday, but because of the holiday, it got pushed till Tuesday. And they barely let us know. And they barely let us know yesterday. And I was like, I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna sell hopefully eventually, but I'm like, are you fucking kidding? What else? What else?
Yeah.
But then today it's been so great.
It has been a great day.
And my workout was shit yesterday. Also, there was a lot of people.
We had a potluck today, and it was
Yeah.
It was so delicious.
a lot of good food.
And I had a big mimosa to start my day, so that was really good too. But anyway, I've only cried usually people don't make me upset. I just kind of brush things off. But it was because I'm hangry or I'm having a rough day.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever cried because of real estate. I'm not like that much of an easy crier, but
Mhm.
You're not.
I
I
am.
You know I am.
I can tell you times that were probably cry worthy. Like
Mhm.
I think one of the worst ones was I was thinking about this morning. Like I think I was laying in bed thinking about this
Mhm.
thing that happened years ago
Mhm.
at this point. But I had clients that were selling a house. We had the listing and we had accepted an offer with a buyer that had a home to sell.
Mhm.
And they listed their home with an agent who
Mhm.
has been in the business for a very long time, but
Mhm.
probably not doing the level of business they used to. And we had an amicable relationship, but that agent, so they got their house listed, but we ended up getting another offer that was $15,000 higher than theirs, and they didn't have a home to sell.
Oh my
So
god.
what happens
A
is
double
we
whammy.
bumped the first offer. That's
Yeah.
something you're able to do.
Yeah.
While somebody is trying to sell their home, if you're under
Right.
contract with them, somebody can come in and bump them out.
Mhm.
And when that happens, you have to give a notice to them saying, hey, you have 5 days. If you originally had 30 or 45 days to sell your home. Now it's only 5 because we've decided we want offer number 2.
Yeah.
So this is your bump notice
Yeah.
stating you have 5 days left. If you
Yeah.
don't, you are officially bumped,
Right.
and then offer 2 comes in. That happened. We did that to them.
Oh
We
my
bumped them.
gosh.
They were like, okay. They listed their house extremely fast. Within 5 days, they painted the entire house on the outside,
Ooh, oh my
did their
gosh.
pictures, which weren't professional, but they were
Mhm.
good enough. They got it listed, and the last day. This is why it's so important for realtors to understand deadlines and
Mhm.
knowing what time of day is a
Mhm.
deadline too. 9 p.m. is always the deadline
Mhm.
usually.
Yep, and a good realtor is gonna tell you all the major
They
Yeah.
deadlines.
they accepted an offer on the house for the buyers. They accepted an offer on their home, but didn't tell me until 10:30 on the day of the deadline, which was technically at 9 p.m. So they were officially bumped. They were bumped at 9 p.m. just automatically. I didn't have to say you're done. It happened. It just
Yeah.
does it itself. That's how the
Mhm.
contract works.
Mhm.
Offer number 2 is now in first position. And that first one, they were bumped. So I got an email at 10:30 that night saying, "Here's a copy of our contract. We've officially satisfied it." And I said, "Actually, no, I'm really sorry, but your deadline was 9 p.m. You've officially been bumped."
Mhm.
And they were so pissed, which I get because now their home is under contract.
Mhm.
They're legally bound to sell that
Mhm.
You
home.
have to.
But they, in return, decided to say that we made that move because my clients were being racist. They called
Oh
us all
my
racist.
gosh.
They said it had to do with
Mhm.
that.
That's
And their realtor was the one that was, I think, leading that.
Oh
And
god.
it blew up and it got really bad. So
understand why.
get this, though, offer number 2, they immediately did their home inspection, like day 1 or day 2, they did their
Mhm.
home inspection and backed out.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so
So
they
we
didn't have
had to
to go
go
back.
back to number
so
1.
sorry.
After they're calling us racists, we had to go back, basically reduce the price by that 15,000 that we thought we were gonna get,
Mhm.
back to that deal, and luckily, they hadn't terminated that offer yet. They were like, "Well, let's just figure out if we can buy
Mhm.
something different."
Mhm.
They decided to come back and do it until the end, and it was a really difficult
Did
transaction
they
to
ever
finish.
apologize?
But they did close
They did close.
because at the end of the day, it was for you.
Right? It's true.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah,
Even if
and,
it's
it
even
didn't go that bad to the end. But, like, it was just really rough with those realtors, and
Mhm.
then actually, I still to this day think that they ignore my calls when I try to show their listings, which is totally not ethical.
Really?
But
You'll have to
Oh,
tell me
I've
that.
wow.
I have tried
Drop the name.
repeatedly to show their listings sometimes. There's 2 people, they're like a team,
Mhm.
but I've tried repeatedly to show their listings, and they won't respond to me, and so I always wonder, do I even have the right phone
Do you
numbers?
want me to call
But
and schedule them for you
well,
next
back
time?
when Danae was working with us, I had
Mhm.
Danae call them, and
Mhm.
instantly they're like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah.
So then I went and
That's
did the showing for what
They
the
Crazy.
time
don't.
she quoted.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so unethical too.
Yeah,
Like
I
at the
just
end of
let
the
it
day,
slide. They
at the
don't
end
do
of
as much as they used to. They've been in the business for a very long time. I won't say names, but
I think I know.
they so
I think
at
I
the
do too.
I probably told
I
you
think
guys
I
this
do.
story. At the end of
Mhm.
all that, like, they came the one of them, it's a male and a female. The
Mhm.
female, she came to our office to speak with me and Cami, and during this meeting, she just wanted I don't know.
To air her
She wanted
grievances.
to vent. She wanted to vent and, like, basically, like, just yell. She was mad.
She was
She was mad
yelling.
at me.
Mm.
She wanted to yell. She came in with a coffee mug full of warm milk. She said that through that whole transaction, she was
Oh,
just sick the whole time, and all she could even stomach during all of that was warm milk. That's
yeah.
all she could drink. I was like,
My mom used to try to get
"Okay."
us sleep at night. And
So weird. So weird. Yeah.
If that's
so,
what you have bigger issues if that's what you can stomach.
yeah.
You know what?
Like,
It's not anybody else's fault that if you're stressed out and
Yeah.
this job,
yeah,
stressing
that's
out.
what this job.
Hey,
Not everybody can
it's
do
not
it.
your
Well,
fault.
and then this is also funny. Like, as we're sitting there listening to her just vent
Your
and vent,
fault.
vent, we're trying to I wasn't doing much of the talking. I was explaining my part when it was time, but Cammie, being our broker, was trying to
Awesome.
mediate and just be like, hey, we wanted to have you here to hear you out,
Mm.
but
Right.
what's done is done.
Right.
In the end, it all worked out, right?
Yeah.
But she would be sitting there venting and ranting and being upset. And then there were 2 times during our conversation, which was maybe a little more than an hour long. She would look over at me and she goes, there he goes, look at him, Cammie, look at him. He's smirking, he's rolling his eyes. Look at his face. This is the type of behavior and his sarcasm in the remarks, in the little smirks he makes along the way. He thinks this is funny, and that is not professional. He should not be a realtor. And I would just be like,
Jordan, you're like the kindest
Girl.
person in the world.
I've never.
drink your warm milk.
Down, drink the warm milk.
Yeah, no, it happened twice. And to this day, I
That's
mean, Cammie and I laugh
crazy.
about this. I'll never forget that. But they were the ones
You'll have to
calling
tell
us.
me twice.
They were calling us racist along the way. I mean, my clients were people of color too. Well,
That's
not
so
necessarily
funny.
half it was a blended family.
Mhm.
Half of the family was, a mix of
Mhm.
people of color and
Yeah.
white. And so it's where does that come
Yeah,
from?
where does that even go?
And I
She's
just,
making
yeah.
stuff up though.
When
like,
people turn to something like that as a last resort, and I think it's because she had probably 30 years of experience selling real estate under her belt, and she made one of the lousiest mistakes there is in real estate of knowing not knowing the deadline. She thought she's too good to even remember what
Yeah.
her contract said. That's on her.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I'll never have a good
That's so
relationship with them
scary.
again.
Look at him. I'd be like, what?
What?
She's
Oh my
out of her
God.
seat in the table,
Somebody did it to me. Unfortunately, I probably would start laughing. I would bust out laughing. I literally roll your eyes.
No, and I didn't.
Roll
I
it, roll
didn't.
it.
I,
Show us a
Can you roll?
the smirk that you were doing too. Do that smirk. Jeez. See?
yeah.
See that you got the office and things have got at each other. We're thinking,
Yeah.
calm down.
Now, you guys ever, do you ever watch The Office? Where
Yes.
the cameras across the room and it zooms in on somebody and they look I feel like we do that in our office. Each other something and they're like,
We do.
Yeah, they did.
That literally is the hair thing.
Yeah.
Somebody's,
Yeah.
oh no. So we had a meeting this morning. Somebody in our meeting, somebody said something, and I looked at another person, and the person looked at me and was like, that was a good story. You have to tell me who it is.
I will.
Say the names.
No, I can't say it on here. No. Do you remember the last episode I talked about when I crawled through the doggy door?
Yeah, it is.
It was a different agent than I thought it was. I thought back on it. I remember who the agent was. I'll have to tell you
Right.
about it.
We've all had some low points that we gotta do some things. It's really hard if you have to go to the brother like at a gym house. It's for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Or you have you ever just look, I will here this might be the most real confession I have ever said on Off the Mic.
What is it?
Raise your right hand. Have you ever found a vacant listing nearby so you could use the restroom because you have to go to that bad?
No.
I have.
Have you?
I have. I've
I
done
haven't.
oh my God. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. There's a vacant listing 2 doors down. I'm gonna go up there.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Have you ever, this is going to turn into have you ever used the bathroom and the toilet doesn't, there's
Why
no
does
water?
that-
I had a kid blow in the bathroom more when it was winterized. The house was winterized, and I was like,
Mhm.
legit had already said please do not use the water, do not use the bathroom. And this little girl took a number 2Z, and her dad had to go back to the toilet water to get the toilet done.
Aw,
And
so
it was
sad.
Because it's when it's kids, it's like, oh, they don't know any better. Can't hold it.
But
Yeah.
it's no better.
This is, FYI, guys. Technically, you're not allowed to use the bathrooms, especially if it's someone's
At someone's
house.
house.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people ask me for it and make it. Usually
Sure.
when it's their house, I'll say, oh, we're not supposed to do that. But I mean, if it's an emergency, I also understand that. So I have let people do
Most
it.
people are pretty forgiving. If they have to go, yeah.
Right,
go ahead.
right. But the vacant ones, I do always tell them, like, make sure you run the water first just to be sure because I went to the house room and in the bathroom, I was like, why is there like water in a bucket? And then we looked in the toilet and there was like shit in there. So, they didn't care to clean that up. Okay, you know, but yeah. So
It's so weird. It's like seems to be the houses that you can't use the restroom there. Those are the
where
ones that you
people,
have to use the restroom. Somebody
oh my
not
God,
nice. It's karma.
I have such a funny story, but I will not say here. It's not about something that I know, but if she saw this, I don't even what actually okay, I'm just saying, but I got to say it. So somebody that I went to 1997 with, their bathroom wasn't working, and she really had to go number two because she was on her period. And this was not me. This is not me. It was the man. I know she's not lying. She's gonna be like, Priscilla, what the fuck? But she had to go to the bathroom. She's on her period, so she went number two to the bathroom. And then they're like, "Hey, make sure you tell her like not to do this because the bathroom doesn't work. We need to have water right now." I'm like, "We don't have water. What do you mean?" And then she called me. She's like, "There's no water." And I'm like, "Oh God, okay, just there's no water." So anyway, they had to run across to the gas station and get her some water. Um, flush whatever damage she didn't put it. To make things worse, because she had started her period, she stained her pants.
No.
So she was having a really bad day. And there was some drama going on at work, I think, or something like that.
Not a bad.
It's really hard to live.
Yeah.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
It's really
It was quite the day for her. I felt really bad. I think I ended up like doing something nice for her because I felt bad. But it was actually really funny. Like it's what the heck was even it's terrible, yeah.
Well, anyways, I want to ask everybody on here. One of the questions that we came up with, I think, was a really good question for the crowd, the fans to answer.
The fans.
So, would you rather carpet in the bathroom or carpet in the kitchen? I want to hear from you guys because I feel like that's something we see all the time. Not all the time, but like when you do, it's like never a good thing.
Yeah. What about carpet in the dining? I don't really like that either.
And my house had it, but I took it out. Yeah, but it's just
I don't like it either. I feel like
it's out your big time.
maybe in the rooms.
Yeah, people still like it
Yeah.
in the bedrooms.
if I didn't
I
have
have-
pets, I would like to have carpet in my
Yeah.
bedrooms. But
Right.
we have pets; it's just so much easier to clean.
Yeah, I have floors in all my house. I don't mind it. I just think it's cold. I feel like my
Love
house
that.
is always.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in your bedroom.
We also
yeah.
keep it like at 65 or something. So
That's really cold.
It's
Jeez.
still cool, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, comment on the video below. I want to hear carpet in the bathroom or carpet in the kitchen. And don't say neither. Have to choose one or the other.
You have to choose.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on the colors or
Yeah.
the type.
Yeah.
Shag
It's
is the
so
worst.
Shag is the worst.
And my house has shag.
What if your house had a carpet, the carpet that's like in like an office throughout the entire house?
Like Berber's short.
Ew.
There's some houses that
There
have
is.
that.
There was a house I showed
It's
not too long ago in Selah, and that's what it was. I was like, ew, I feel like I'm in this office.
Or when they do like really, really surface carpet, but like the tile ones, the tiles that they put together, that's even more weird in a house.
Weird.
Super.
Who was being cheap? That's my
Yeah.
question.
I've seen real cheapskate stuff too.
Yeah.
That DIY stuff people do. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy too that like the regular consumer doesn't realize it's DIY. And I'm like, this is so cheap. Don't
Oh yeah.
don't think just 'cause it looks
Right.
pretty. Like
There was a house next a couple years ago. I still and I think about it. They called it the duct tape. Everything. duct tape. And then the seller, I think he was like slowly losing his marbles. But like all of everything had like if it was like a handrail, that was brown duct tape. If it was like something in the bathroom, it was like whatever the color of the bathroom was colored
White
duct tape that he
or something.
chose. The duct tape
Oh.
every
that's
single
actually so
space he
funny.
looked.
Which have a color coordinator.
And then he used a tower of like those styrofoam coolers to make like a wall in the downstairs basement. And I asked him about it, and he said that it was just like aesthetically pleasing to look at. Oh, yeah. And my buyers were like, we still want this house, but it just, as time went on, it got sketchier and sketchier with this seller. And I remember asking listing agent, I was like, how did you get this guy? Like, how do you know him? He's like, oh, it's an old friend of mine from high school. And sometimes he has a gambling problem, but sometimes I had to bring him money. And he always pays me back stuff, Sarah. And I'm like,
Okay, one last one. I saw there was just one in here.
get it.
It said, would you rather forget a summer conversation or forget the house and learn to all its hilarious?
I've done that before where I forgot the name. I have to say it 3 times.
I'm pretty good. So actually, I've noticed this about Sarah. When somebody is being introduced to Sarah, if I say, "Hey, Sarah, this is my friend Jacob," she'll be like, "Hi, Jacob. Nice to
Yes,
meet
I
you."
really
And then she'll
that
say
with
something like, "Jacob, what do you do for work?" And she says it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So then
It
she's
really
memorized.
helps.
Yes,
Yes.
you're really good at that.
You
Or
know,
my-
it really makes people, if you remember their name, I even will
Oh, yeah.
say, like, if they have a name tag at Starbucks, I'll say their
Yes.
name. Thank you, Donna, or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's like personal.
It makes it feel special. Yeah.
Yeah.
My pet peeve is like people that I've worked with in this industry for
Oh,
years.
yeah.
They're like, "Hey, Patricia, how are you?" I literally work in your office, and you
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I think I feel like an
Yeah.
Remember people think that I'm somebody else?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I am not Amanda Frank. I mean, she's a lovely person, but I am not her.
But I have forgotten people's name. Sometimes, no shade to my buyers and you guys, but sometimes when they come to my buyer meetings to meet me, I forget their names. So I'm like,
Aw.
"Hi, I'm Priscilla," and then I'll wait for them to give me their name
Mhm.
because I forget. Instagram, they're like different than like when they're actually like,
Yeah.
"What's up, girly pop number 2?" Like, I'm not.
Yeah. That's gotta be tough. I learned a long time ago that, like, if you're trying to find out somebody's name, like, something you can say is like, What's the proper way to spell your name?" But sometimes if it's like a super obvious name.
Ashley, it's A-S.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's like a certain, like, name that's only spelled one way. But if it's like something like Kaylee or
Honey,
or
right.
or yeah, Kylie or Haley has a bunch of spelling
It
ways,
does.
like, and so, like,
Yeah.
if you get the name, like, they'll be like, "Oh, it's HAI," or something,
Yeah.
you know, and then you remember.
I've
That's
had
like
like
the way to
love
find
up
out.
stuff with the music or too. Like I have clients that I love, and I call his name's Eric, and I call him Erica all the time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. His name is Christina, but I was like,
It is
Erica.
okay.
Christina.
It's so funny. What he's saying?
He's like, Sarah, he's known for
He's like,
she's silly girls. I just did talking so fast or so much.
Yeah.
It's all mumble up in here.
No, but sometimes I feel like when I forget names too, there's ways, like, you can phrase things around and, like,
Right.
try to, figure it out.
I pride myself though too. I try to remember to even like say the same. So I've gotten like pretty good about it.
I'm really bad. Like when I finish people with like Francisco, I'm like, "This is Francisco. He's a lender. These are the buyers."
Yeah. I try to
Yeah.
right.
I mean, like if I don't know the boy's name and I know the girl's name, like I feel bad because shit, he just told me his name and called in, and I don't know it.
I've forgotten the
And
name
I'm
though.
just a girl.
And I feel like Priscilla, I've even called like the lender. I'm like, what's the name of the husband again? 'Cause I don't want to get that wrong.
Yeah.
I've called,
Sometimes,
like, that. Names.
sometimes I even forget like mid conversation. Like I'll
I can't even I have to
You're
like
just
going
wrong.
to a place or why.
or even like when me and Fran with the pod, remember? You're like, you kept playing with your hair, and I was like, "Yeah, because I was
You were zoned out, like, some of these babies, like, talking about everything.
He's so cool. Yes.
it was so extreme. I
You
was
were
doing the whole
exhausted
time,
that
I was
day.
like this, and the dream's like, I didn't notice you playing with your hair. It said Jordan. I was trying not to fall asleep. No offense, Fran, but nah, it's
That is
just
so funny.
sometimes it's too much.
I'm still thinking about that realtor that built her name because she went home with her milk. Her dad.
I just
I'm gonna start saying that to you from now on. Get some more milk when you have it that day.
I think we'll drink last stuff. Like
I
that.
haven't
Well,
had one.
You know, and I wasn't afraid to say that on here because I really think that she will never watch a podcast.
Oh yeah,
But she
now
was
I need.
scrolling her
Oh.
eyes.
No, you guys can find out later. Yeah. You guys can find out. Her
You
name.
probably were smirking. You're
I
probably
know,
probably like this.
genuinely not. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Like, I wish I can't look away. You're like,
No. Oh man. Yeah, that was a rough time for sure. You know what? I actually thought of a story this morning about that house because I was
Mhm.
thinking about it this morning. Oh, the reason why I thought about it is because we had a potluck at work today and I had some stuff that I made a couple days ago for this that I froze.
Mhm.
So I was getting into the freezer to get it out. And there's this bottle of bourbon that I have sitting in the bottom of the freezer drawer. And that was from a realtor that I showed that listing to, that particular listing that ended up selling to them with the bump and
Mhm.
all that. This realtor came from Ephrata. I think her name is Kim. She was not from this area, right? But she drove this big, huge Hummer that was like completely branded with her,
Oh
like
god.
wrapped with her face on the side.
I should do
And
that.
she had short, bright red, spiky hair, like red, like dyed red, not like a redhead, but like dyed red, spiky hair. She was a bigger woman,
Mhm.
and she got out, and she just has this big, demanding character that just
Mhm.
like owns the
The room,
space.
pretty much.
Yes, like this is a loud, busy woman,
Yeah.
and she. I had to meet her because she's from out of the area, so she couldn't open the door, right?
Mhm.
So I'm giving her a quick tour before
Mhm.
her clients arrive. 2 different times, she'd be like, "Thank you, ma'am," to me. She said, "Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Calling me ma'am." And I would be like,
I'm not a
"Uh,
man.
like, look at me. I'm not a ma'am, like, by any means." And so
Oh, she
I don't know. And then she'd be like, "I'm just so sorry. I just got so much going on. Like, I don't know why I said that. I should do it again." It was like multiple times. So she
funny.
she calls me a few days later and she's like, "I'm just so sorry. I don't know what was going on, but I just want to know, do you like bourbon? I'm gonna send you some bourbon in the mail." She sent me this bottle. And I was like, "Sure, yeah." And obviously I don't like bourbon because that was in 2022
Oh
and
my
I still
god.
have it. It's pretty
Years
full.
later.
Yeah, in my freezer. And I'm thinking I'm gonna give it away at this point
You
because
should
I don't
get
like
I'll
bourbon.
give it
I'll
to
probably
you.
give it to Campy. She likes bourbon.
Oh
But
yeah.
what
I
if
think it's a good bottle of bourbon. I don't know what
Yeah.
it's called.
I'm gonna
you
drink
drink bourbon
bourbon.
with?
I don't know.
On the rocks or
I don't
what?
know. Coke? Bourbon? I have no
No,
idea.
bourbon is like
You
you're
were talking
supposed to
about
sip
coke
on the
money in
street.
your last episode.
Well,
Mhm.
that was the only one that I've ever think I've seen like actual hard drugs.
That's
In real
crazy.
life.
And it wasn't like
The doggy
like the
dog.
lines weren't lined up. Like
Mhm.
it was like smudge. Like it was
Mhm.
evidence of somebody doing coke there.
Mhm.
It wasn't like ready to
Scary.
go. But
Ghetto.
anyway,
Yeah, I
uh,
I went to show a house one time and it was some friends of mine in middle school and the tenant's son was there and he came to the door with only basketball shorts on
Oh
and it
god.
reeked like weed in there, like a skunk had been like rolled over
Oh
on.
my gosh.
And then I go inside and there's a ball that's like literally like this big and he just got done smoking it.
Damn.
oh,
Okay. I watched that you guys were talking about like tenants.
Mhm.
It,
They
okay.
should have sticked it out.
I had a showing recently and it was, I'll tell you who was later. I went to the showing. First of all, I get there and I could hear TV was on. And mind you, people do this all the time. They'll leave
Yeah.
a TV on, just
Right.
whatever. And I kept hearing that noise. I was like, "Hello." My parents were already there, and I was like, "Hello." And then nobody came out. And then we went more inside, and my clients started walking, or they were walking behind me, and I was like, "Hello," just to be sure, because I could feel like somebody was there. Well, somebody came out from under the basement or whatever, and he's like, hello?" And I said, "Yeah, we have a showing right now at like whatever time, like 6:30 or
Right.
something." He's like, "I canceled that. I told him I'm sick." And he coughed all stupid. Like,
And they're like,
I know you're not sick.
you're not sick.
And then anyway, we ended up leaving because I was like, this is awkward, whatever. And I was like, I told my client, I was like, the agent confirmed, like,
Right.
I didn't, I just bring you here. And then I was like, oh my gosh, the agent not confirmed? Like, did I mess up?
Oh my
So I went to but no, the agent did
I thought I could get what?
he forgot to tell me, like, oh, the client's sick. He said he canceled all the other showings except mine. Whatever. Cool. So then we rescheduled for 2 days later. We ended up going on a Friday. I opened the door and the two tenants were sitting in the freaking living room. And I was like, oh, I was like, walking in
You like jumps.
because I got there before my clients. Literally, they were like minutes down the road because we had just came from another showing. And I walked in and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. We have a showing at 6:30, and he's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, are you guys staying here for the showing? What did he say? He said something like, I said, oh, you guys are staying for the showing? Okay, I'll go ahead and wait for my client outside of the midnight. And as I was walking away, he said, yeah, this is my house. Of course I'm gonna like something was something was added to it, and I was like, whatever. You're so rude.
Yeah. Entitled.
You're so like, you know, I'm just listening. I'm just doing my job.
I've had that happen
Yeah.
too.
And I told him because I think he thought I was gonna like he said that little comment and I said, you know what? All right, whatever. So then when I went back to side, I said, sorry about that. Sorry to see your usual the tenants told me when we're here for showing. So my apologies. I didn't know you were gonna be here. Nobody communicated that to me. And then we did our fires. Yeah, no, we did it. Obviously the house was like trashed, but yeah, crazy. But anyway,
Wow.
tenants, be nice. Come on, let's do my job. I didn't know you were gonna be there.
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
That's true. Maybe you should try to buy a house and contact us.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe you should try that.
So you don't have to be a tenant and you don't have to worry about people coming into your house. then.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I mean, I do feel like it's an invasion of privacy, but typically, you know, as a tenant, I mean, usually they're not there. But I have had tenants there that try to sabotage my deals
for sure,
here.
for sure.
And I'm like, okay,
I had a
bye.
tenant once before I went in, and it was kind of like they were not supposed to. It's like in a rougher area. And that was so great.
Yeah.
I was so full of it. And it's one of the I've shown ever. And I had to assert myself, and I gave him a 24-hour notice. And when I went in there, he had like no shit, like 20 computer monitor screens of surveillance outside of the rental that he was
Paying deference.
and the state of paranoia he was in. And you know, it doesn't take a lot to connect the dots, but it's like he was doing something
Yes.
criminal
Yes.
in front of
Okay.
us.
Like, when somebody is super like that,
Mhm.
like super surveillance, what are you doing?
Not
Because what do
even
you
joking.
think that it's so
I've noticed that a lot of like veterans
Mm.
tends to have a lot of
PTSD.
security,
Mhm.
and it could be like just
PTSD,
an awareness issue.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
But
I've been
sometimes you know for sure that there's some people out there that have surveillance because they are hiding something.
right. Yeah. I'm like, don't do that.
I'm just
I mean,
like,
I have
oh, this-
cameras, but mainly for safety. Actually, while we were gone, my sister got locked out of my house, and apparently my keypad died, so we had to get a locksmith. It was like a big old mess. Yeah, it was like a hot mess, but she was really trying to break into my house to get inside, and she couldn't find a way
It's
in.
a good thing.
And I told her, I said, yeah, we have our house like super secure, you know, like 'cause we don't want anything crazy. But yeah, she couldn't break in, so I kind of
That's
laughed.
nice.
But then I had to pay $80 for a locksmith to come and do something for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then they let her in. I was pissed.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
yeah,
Well, this was a really fun episode, you guys.
Yeah, what?
Thank you
thanks
for
for coming
being back.
back.
Thank you.
I really had FOMO that I was gone. I watched the episode, yeah.
It was
And
fun.
you guys kept saying at the beginning, like, Priscilla's not here, Priscilla's not here. And I was like, no, maybe they miss me.
We did.
We did, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's not
quiet
the
around here
same.
without you.
I feel like I haven't been
Felt
here
like a lot.
forever. Yeah, I feel like I haven't been in this office like for a long time.
We're
Yeah.
lucky to work with each other and to have each other
Yeah.
in this office for sure.
Absolutely.
Me too. We are a package deal, guys. Just so you know.
That's right.
Yeah, we are.
Well, we have some really fun stuff planned ahead. As always, keep liking and subscribing and sharing. It means the world to us when you do.
And answer the
if
would you
you
rather.
have any questions about, if you have would you rather questions for us, let us know
Yeah, that
because
would-
we will definitely revisit this topic in the future. We shared a lot of stories. This was really fun. I feel like we
Mhm.
packed a lot of stories into
Yeah.
a short episode, well, a longer episode, but
Mhm.
it was a lot for one, right? And so
Mhm.
that was really fun. So if there's anything that just kind of sparked some curiosity for you and you're like, I wonder if they ever experienced this or whatever.
We probably
Let us
did.
know. Let us
Yeah,
know.
we probably did, or somebody that we know probably did.
Yeah.
Whether it be, I mean, crazy things, all
Yeah.
kinds of crazy things.
Yeah.
We should talk spooky stories. Oh, we should save that for Halloween.
We will. We
We'll
will.
save it for Halloween.
I don't know if I have any actually. I mean, I
I
can
do.
probably think some.
I have
think
some.
but
Mhm.
yeah. Well, then that's almost I'll be back.
You know I love
Halloween.
Halloween too.
Yes,
Maybe we'll
you
have
do.
that for Halloween. We should dress up.
We should.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Good to have you back, Priscilla. So
Thank you.
till next time, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.